electricity. In the beginning, we're copying nature. We're copying the natural world. So in the beginning, these machines and devices that you see when you come in here that seem to make no sense at all, really make all the sense in the world. Matter of fact, if you were to visit this planet a few hundred years ago and was to, let's say, alien life force was to visit us a couple hundred years ago, they'd say, okay, Earthlings, show us everything you know about electricity. We would show them a machine much like this and pretty much say, this is it. This is what we know. We've got electricity all figured out. We can make it, we can measure it, we can store it, we can manipulate it, and plates, and brushes, and smooth surfaces, metal. You can actually make so much of it you can see it. Now, Ben Franklin and his contemporaries were working in a candlelit world. And they're playing with little sparks on machines. And they have no idea that these sparks they're making on their machines were the same thing as a bolt of lightning in the sky. And lightning happened to be a big problem at the time of Ben Franklin. Whole cities were lost by a single strike of lightning and the fire that would ensue. And they couldn't figure out why one building and not another would get hit by lightning. So the common way of handling that at that time was they would get people from the town when the storm would come, and they'd see the lightning coming and the thunder, and they know somebody's going to get nailed. So they'd get the townspeople together and they'd draw straws or numbers, probably better than the way we gave you numbers. Because those unlucky people were playing Russian roulette with nature. They were playing the lottery with nature. And those unlucky people went up to those towers to ring the bells. Hey. I love sound effects. Now you think, well, they're ringing the bells, why? They're ringing the bells to tell the townspeople, get inside, there's going to be a storm, somebody's going to get electrocuted. But that's not it at all. They were sending the people up to the towers because they were convinced that the vibrations from those loud bells, and you could feel that sound when you stand in front of bells like that. It's like being at a rock concert. The sound will hit you. And they thought that sound would push the storm clouds away. You might want to think about that just a little bit. There's a lightning storm coming. And you go to the tallest, pointiest building in town with a big chunk of metal on top, and you hang on. Mindy, how'd that work out for him? Not too good. Not very good. Not too good. Many a bell ringer lost his life trying to defend the city. But it wasn't a bad idea. Because they knew that sound was a wave in the air, or that sound was a wave in the air. They knew that. And they also knew that storm was in the air. But they were doing the exact opposite of what they thought they were doing. They were drawing the charge. And it makes you wonder, how long do people do the exact opposite of what they think they're doing before they stop? Because those guys were getting electrocuted. Well, one of them. If there's 2 towers, one of you is going to get it. If there's 10 towers, one in 10 is going to get it. So if you're selling bells to drive storm clouds away, you can say, hey, 9 out of 10 bell ringers buy my bells. My stuff, 9 out of 10 guys swear by my bells, man. Get this to ring.
Some good
But who's
statistics.
going to say, and Franklin comes along and says, man, it's not what's going on. This spark is the same thing as a bolt of lightning in the sky. And if I can control a spark on my machine with a needle or a pin or a nail, what if I put a needle or a pin or a nail up on my house? That's what the lightning rod is. And in just a moment, we're going to give you a very dramatic demonstration of the power of the points. So pretty soon, lightning rods went up all over Europe, the colonies, and people realized, the natural philosophers realized, this mysterious force they're making on the machine isn't just in pockets and in spots. It's going on everywhere, all the time, in the ground, in the air, the water. Which leads us to the next question that we're going to address, and that is, what is a spark? Go ahead, Mindy. Can't see anything, I know. But we'll take care of that in a moment. Now, this machine does what that machine does, but this is really fun. This machine, instead of drawing a charge in one spot, is making a static cloud. You can't see it, I can't see it. So we're going to do what the early natural philosophers did when trying to examine something you can't see or hear. And that's create that energy and bring stuff to it. Let's bring stuff to it. Let's bring this. Here's something. That's working. Actually, when talking about electricity, it's good to think like with magnets. It's going to make some sense here. Well, here, let me first. Guys, where's my fez? Did it fall on the floor? Where's it at? Oh, I see it. I love this fez. This is a fez like the kind Bing Crosby wore in northern Morocco. It's got this high school graduation tassel on it. And it's going to allow us to see what we can't see. And then I'll explain the magnet thing. Here we go. All right. So there it is. There's the physical manifestation of that charge. That's what it looks like. And it's repelling the same way magnets do. Magnets. Take two magnets, you can pick them up. These are good magnets, man. One side sticks, right? And the other side pushes away. It doesn't just not stick, it actually pushes away. And that's what's going on here. One side's sticking, one side's pushing away. That's pushing away. Just like when you rub a balloon on your hair, it sticks. This is repelling. Now, one of the first things you learn about when you work with electricity is that if it gets shocked, it's not personal. It doesn't care what I have for breakfast, it doesn't care what I think or what I believe, or it doesn't care. It's a static charge that wants to get into the earth, and that's it. Whether it's a bolt of lightning or a spark off a machine, that spark wants to discharge. It's unhappy. It's like my accounting teacher right now. It's unhappy. We're going to kill the sound on that. It's out of balance. Nature's out of balance. And so it's got debit and credit, got to add up at the end of the day. Debit and credit are not adding up, they're out of whack. And it's going to be that way until it gets in the ground.
We know that.
No, it's displeasure. So this charge, if I get hit by lightning, it's not personal. I learn that all the time. It's just, well, maybe it is. Maybe something's going on right now. Actually, that's a good point. Because sometimes it's downright personal. It's downright personal. Because for some weird, creepy reason, this is why people find this so magical, whether we understand how it works or not. It's magical. And for some weird, creepy reason, I can sense the edges of that field. I can feel it. The reason I can feel it, and the reason you can feel it, is because we're conductors. Electricity is attracted to us. The world can be broken into two categories: things that allow electricity to flow, things that stop it. We let it flow. And when I enter airspace, not only can I sense its presence, but it senses my own. Sniffing me out. Checking my action. No, it's saying, Hannah, come closer. No, I'm not gonna, because if I come closer, ow, that jumped. Spark. The sparks jump. So he can't wait for me to touch it. Now it's going straight in the ground. It'll jump. That's when you get shocked. That force senses your presence. It senses, hey guys, there's a way in the ground. He's only a foot away. Jump. And then they're on the ground. Now the belt keeps making more, and when
broadcasting
Okay,
live
so,
too?
now,
You are?
so we're bringing stuff to it. This is another weird thing, real
I
quick.
already have a viewer.
Anything I hold my hand up to, if I hold my hand up or a stick or whatever, it's going to go through whatever that is through me in the ground. That's it. Whether it's a good conductor or not, it's still going to conduct in some way. But I got a trick. And the guy who invented this, as with most great inventions, invented this by accident. This is a glass jar, known as an insulator now. It wasn't known as anything in 1745. Got a little metal around the edge so I can hold it, and the equivalent of a nail. A little metal on the top, metal on the bottom. It was a nail in a jar. And all those little baby sparks are not going through the jar, through me into the ground. All those sparks are getting stuck in the jar. I can't tell how much I got. It looks empty. Could be a little. Could be a lot. But it's in there. Lightning in a bottle, well, lightning in a jar. It's pretty close. It's in the jar. It's stuck in the jar. It can't get out. It wants to get out. Let's let it out. All right.
So that's how those things work.
That's what the guy who invented it said.
Ow!
And so that's like the first way to temporarily hold a charge. When you look in the Ben Franklin exhibit, you see all that authentic stuff. You see a bunch of those Leyden jars, they're called, and they're kind of strung together. That's where Ben Franklin came up with the term battery. You know, it sounded like a cannon battery to him. So from day one, and we'll go on to this, people want to hold that energy. All right, let me turn it off, please. Now this is the portion where, okay, let's see what we got. Oh my God. I need some hair. I need somebody with some hair. I need some hair that's not tied up or all fluffed up and kind of shorter.
Dreaded it out.
Anybody else? Any taller person? You sure? All right. No, I guess I'll try it. But you got well, first off, what do you got on? So you got a hat? You got a, how about your sweater? You got a shirt underneath it? Can you take your sweater off? Jacket off? Just a jacket. Okay? What's that? Greatest spark, is that what you said? Okay, cool. All right, why don't you step over there to Mindy, and she'll take you on the other side here. I don't know if he's tall enough to reach this.
He can't.
Okay, why don't you come stand right over here? Thanks, Mindy.
No, I have my hair.
Okay. Say what? Your papa did? Is he here? Jeez, the whole family. What's that? Oh, you got pictures? Okay. All right. Well, let's see what can happen with you, man. Let's see what happens with you. So you're gonna stay. What's your name? Finn? I'm Tana. Whatever, man. It's okay. But you gotta wait for me to tell you to do stuff, okay? So now I didn't want you to stand on the stool. Now I did want you. That's okay. I did want you. That's okay. But here's from now on, you're just gonna wait for me to tell you stuff, okay? Because I'm gonna have you touch this, and you have to kind of do what I say, okay? But it's really super safe, unless you don't do what I say. Okay. So first off, Finn. Finn's not standing out here because he's short, and actually you are. But that's because you're young. And you're a little young, but that's okay. I think this is going to work. Finn's standing on a platform not because you're short, but because we want the electrons to get stuck on you like they did with me. They went right in the ground. What's that? Doesn't matter. Why? Good. Okay. So you're gonna put your right hand up like you're gonna say French allegiance. Like that. And you're slowly, not yet though, you're slowly gonna put your hand on the dome. Okay? Good? Okay? Are you nervous? Okay. I'm a little bit nervous. Put my hand up. Slowly. 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 Wait. I just thought of something. Just something came to me right now. This seems kind of weird. Let's think about this. Put your hand down. Let's think. Turn it down a little bit. You know how many volts are in a little flashlight battery? No, that's not too bad. Anybody? It's like, 1.5. I didn't know it's a personal heat. 1.5 volts. 1.5. How many volts in a 9 volt battery? Good work. Now we're in sync. How many volts out of a wall socket? No, a little bit more.
120?
120, 110, yeah. Europe is 260, but you know those guys. So yeah, 110, 120. 1.5, 9, 120, 250,000.
Oh my goodness.
Now the question we ask yourself then is it okay to safely touch 1.5 volts? Okay, well, is it okay to touch that? Well, you want to try it? Okay. Both sides. You all right? Okay. Right. Is it okay to sit? Huh?
It's okay to touch a battery as long as the acid isn't coming.
Right. Good. Is it okay to touch 9 volts? Probably? Go ahead. Got it? Cool? Okay. Is it okay to put your fingers in a wall socket?
I have a good advice not to.
Yeah, no, that's good advice. That's a habit you'll break quick. So, no, I'm not going to hold this over here. You're going to try to put your fingers in. It's already hooked up. This is a bad habit. No, you know, it's not okay to put your hand in. You know, absolutely pot. There's more than enough power there to do great harm. Take out half the city, actually. So no, there's not. But if you can't touch 120, you can touch 250,000. Maybe. As long. Right. So you figured that's what this is? Okay, let's do it then. Go ahead. Put your hand on. Mr. Smart. Hey, here's the secret, okay? We're going to turn the machine on. Hopefully your hair will go up. And we'll do a couple tricks. Then we'll turn the machine off. And then you'll step down, okay? Now, as long as you leave your hand on, you can't get shot. Yeah. Dude, I'll take care. Yeah, you'll be good. You're cool. Here's the deal. Leave your hand on, nothing can shock you. Take your hand off, nothing can shock you. Got it? The only way you get a little shock is if you took your hand off and you put it back on. Okay? So leave it on until you take it off. You can take it off before, then just leave it off. Okay? Cool? Now, I don't want you to you're not going to, you can grab it down there so you have to reach so far. It's on wheels. I don't want you to push yourself away, okay? So don't do that. But you don't want to touch the cart because the electrons will come off on there. It's plastic like I made it to you. Okay? Mindy, please. After all that, your hair better go up. We got money here. We got money. We got some money on this here. We got money. Leave your hand on now, Finn.
I got a
Don't
like.
think about it. Go. Don't do it.
I got a like.
What? You're itchy? You're itchy? Are you okay? Put both hands on. Go ahead. You good? See? Leave them both on. Look at the audience.
Yeah.
Can't run much longer, young man, but you stay tough. Now look, if we were to touch him, which we're not going to do, we would get shocked because he's at 250,000 volts. But I gotta get a picture of this. You have to sign a waiver. Hey, I'll put you on the cover of the newsletter, dude. Anything of that. Look over here. Look at that, man. Boom, you're a star. All right, lightning rod. Here we go, Finn. Leave your hands on them. Cavalry's coming. We're coming to save the day.
Look at that.
You are going to be good to go. Why don't you turn it off, Mindy? All right, now, let go. Let go, Mindy. Grab the stick. Go ahead, just grab the stick. Use the stick as a guide down. Go ahead. Step down. Use the stick. All right. Are you good? You done? No more sparks? Wait a minute. Fist bump. Go ahead.
That was awesome.
All right. Wait, oh, yeah, you better get ready. Here we go, here we go. Okay? I'll need my light piece here. Okay, so, sparks, static. Static is just static, it just sits there, right? Once the discharge, right from day one, whether it's a volt, from volt to piles, 1800, to the battery today, you got direct current. From day one, they were looking for a way for continued. Humanity's always wanted certain things. We want machines to make music. We want to communicate great distances right now. We want to carry light wherever we go. We want energy when we want it, as long as we want it. We want to turn it on and turn it off. And we got that. We demand it. We insist, and we think it's a birthright. I think my cell phone's a birthright. And I'd much rather lose my wallet than my cell phone. And I can't imagine saying that 10 years ago. But it's just, we want that. I want power. I want to be able to talk to somebody halfway across the planet now. We got it. So the battery, that's the evolution of the battery. But when you plug into a wall socket, you're not plugging into direct current. We're doing that AC-DC bit. We have two forms of continuous electricity, AC-DC, direct current and alternating current. When you plug that double plug, pretty much anywhere on the planet, 120, 110, 260, you're plugging into alternating current. This stuff goes back and forth in the wires about 60 times a second. Alternating, like this, like a gyro. Like a kid on a swing. A little bit of pressure at just the right time. And you can take a little bit of energy and get a great deal of movement. That's what this alternating current does. This is a Tesla coil, developed in 1893. In 1893, you went to somebody's house, they did not have electricity. And the war of the currents was raging. I wish it was a better year. It's hard to remember 1893. That's the Chicago World's Fair. Alternating current, direct current. That war was going. What kind of wires are going to string all across the planet? And Tesla came up with this coil that same year and thought, maybe, whether it's AC or DC, we don't need wires at all. 1893, Nikola Tesla is looking to broadcast energy without wires. Perfect. The coil is sending it, the tube is catching it, broadcasting energy. And the closer she brings the tube to the coil, the brighter they become. You stick a little closer. And the further she brings the tube to the coil, the fainter they become. Go ahead, let's get that. Good. So they go out. Now, you step right here. Good. Let's see. You carefully step in the coil. I got to show them here. It's too fun. Why does it work? No, right him up this way. Reach over and touch something. Get your light the old-fashioned way. Yeah, there's the light. It goes over Amy. Yeah, pick a pretty one. Wireless electricity. Invented 37 years before George Lucas was even born. Alright? You want a lightsaber? You got it. Okay, and if you step further to the right, go ahead. We hook up. You hold that up high so you can see it. But I'm going to let go of this one again. Grab that a little bit lower down. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay? Use here. And then you've got the light. Amy, say 1, 2, 3, go when you're ready.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! Stop, light please. Yay. Yeah. So imagine coils like this. Great, Amy. Well, you know, I can't lose any more interns. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about that last week. Yeah, we're going to press charges. Anyways, imagine coils like this, hundreds of feet tall, placed in high elevations, and all of your appliances would be tuned to the coil, and you'd have wireless electrical energy. Now look, that's great. Now, let's set the stage with another test coil and another demonstration with things that allow electricity to flow and things that stop it. Now, I have a bigger coil. By the way, you know, we hope to inspire you. There's a reason why I have a copy of Maxwell's equation somewhere. I don't expect you to understand it. I don't understand it, but I know what it means. And the idea is that with math and some equations, if somebody with some reasonable intelligence anywhere on the planet, I don't care who you are, where you are, and you have a basic understanding of mathematics, you can understand the unseen world. That's why we love Maxwell's equations. Guy came up with some numbers and said everything there was to say about electricity and magnetism and light. And it's proven in this demonstration. I have here 2 more light bulbs, or 2 fluorescent tubes, just like the ones that Amy lit up a little earlier. They're smaller, sit on these platforms. I got a bigger Tesla coil, and you can tell a Tesla coil because of this column. Again, 120, the charge goes up and down the secondary, pulsing at just the right moment, and pulsing hundreds of thousands of times a second. And Tesla's going faster and faster, and weirder stuff's happening. Tubes are lighting up that shouldn't. I'm going to show you something else that's pretty weird. Bigger coil. I got a couple of containers to put these fluorescent tubes in. One's glass, just like the jar that held the spark, the lighter jar. It's an insulator. I would seal up the tube in the insulator. Pour a bucket of water on that and stay dry. And now, for something completely different, it's my favorite line. I got a bird cage. And I'm blessed, we're all blessed with a lot of cool equipment here. And if we need something, they'll make it for us. But we couldn't get anything better for this demonstration than a good old-fashioned bird cage. This is perfect for 2 reasons. First, it's metal. It's actually brass, but all metals are conductors, meaning electricity is drawn to it, just like me with that hat. It's drawn to it. It senses it. It loves it. The other thing that makes it different from the insulator is that it's full of holes. If I poured water over it, virtually every bit would get inside the cage. So, tube, I'm going to turn on the coil. It's going to put out that electromagnetic field from the high frequency alternating current. And we're going to see if either of these containers have any effect on that field, and whether they glow brighter than ever or not at all. Whoa! I can smell the ozone. All right. did the tube light up in the bird cage, or in the glass jar?
Yeah.
It lit up. And the child didn't even seem to want to come over here. I had to draw it over myself. It didn't want to arc. But that energy went right through there. Again, just like with Finn putting his hand on 250,000, it's different. It's not like the stuff out of your wall sockets. And so it doesn't behave the same way. However, the bird cage, well, the equations say, the mathematics says, that the bird cage is the safest place in the room. That even though the charge, it's my favorite part of the demo, is drawing a charge off the cage. It's swarming with electrons. And the door is even open. And it just won't light up. And we have got a variety of bird cages, and light bulbs, and Tesla coils. And obviously, after a few 100,000 times doing this demonstration, we finally came to the realization that what we really needed was a bird cage big enough for one of us to get into. And if you want to know what happened, those two interns I was talking about. It's a joke. They're left over from Halloween. We were cleaning up, and I didn't have any place to put. So, anyway, nobody sits in here anyway. They stand. Because you want to miss the light. Because if you're that light bulb in that cage and you've got nothing but a bird cage or a piece of metal between you and a chunk of and a bolt of lightning, you'd be in the safest place in the room. You should be able to touch the inside of the cage and not have any effect. None. Safest place in the room. We thought, okay, we'll throw a few more interns in. Give it a shot, and then we thought, man, we got to get a bigger coil to really make this statement, a statement. So we got about 4.5 million volts.
Wow.
It's only 2/3. It goes up to almost 7, and which we did the first day, and we lit the ceiling on fire. Yeah, it's a bad day.
Sound like a good day to me.
It really makes you think you're in the right line of work. Okay, so I got the mega zapper, we got the cage. What we do is we take a couple of tubes that you saw us light up a little bit earlier, right? And I'll put it in the cage. I'll put one up against the cage so you can just see it right there. And then I'll have these guys hold the other one. And then I'll put it right there, you can see it. I love it. All right. Okay. Mindy's gonna, now, we never tell you where to look because there's only one place to look, and that's where, we only got things lit up. You're gonna wanna look at this, and it's gonna, it's like front row Led Zeppelin, it's loud. But but I ask you during that time when we fire this thing off, bring your eyes down and make sure these tubes don't light up. I like to have this, I'll make sure this blocks the line of sight, but I like to have it just so that they'll see. Compare the lights there, and compare the lights there. So we kind of see everything and you can see what's there. Okay? So, Mindy's my spotter. I cannot fire this without at least another person helping me. She can see down the line. You all guys got great line of vision. If the coil is a little bit loud, you just gently put your fingertips on your lobe to respond. And let's check out that Faraday cage effect. Oh, but I forgot. Amy, over here. You done this? You ever start a lawnmower? You never started a lawnmower? Well, you ever started a nuclear fusion reactor? Well, two things, you're going to kill two birds with one stone. Stand here on 3. Well, first off, You've ever done this? Oh, you're scared of it. Okay. On three. On three. Ready? 1, 2, 2.5, 3. That wasn't bad. We'll try again on 3. Ready? 1, 2, fast. 3. This time, you throw the switch, same time I throw my switch. When you pull that, same time I throw my switch, let's see if you take it over. Call
Go.
Scared.
It's a flux capacitor. What's going on? Are we gonna time travel? No joke, really. I'll zoom in, dude. It's a flux capacitor. Are we gonna die? Wow, that's cool.
go! All right, they light up.
No.
Well,
those
now
ones-
it's time to put somebody money where our mouth
I did not see them light
is.
up.
We have prearranged for one of our staff and 2 of his associates to get in the cage. They've signed their waivers. Signed their waivers, right? Come on. Let's go, guys. Come on this way. Got cameras with you? Bring a camera.
You want to go in there?
I do. I'll go. I don't need a waiver. I trust it.
I just stand just to the right of the chair. Ken will stand right in the middle of the chair. Jump here, it should be just to the left of the chair. And you're facing this way. The charge is basically calibrated to hit this area right here.
Right where Ken's nose is?
Right. You can reach up and touch where it's at. Now, one thing is that the double layered and some of the, so it's great, it's custom made, it's great, but some of the edges are a little bit scratchy, so try to drag fingers. But your path meet the lightning, it has no idea you're here. It's not like a plasma ball where you can draw the charge. It's just a fantastically cool picture. And if you guys survive, and we hope you do, you'll get a high survival cage of doom.
It wouldn't be my first time seeing a Faraday cage.
All right?
Oh, really?
First time in person,
I
but
don't know.
not the first time.
Yeah, I've seen one.
All right, guys. You guys ready in the cage?
Ready.
Okay, Nate, let's go for a second. Okay, Nate, when you're ready. Clear. I can't wait to hear your advice. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All right. That's all I got. That's everything I got. Gifts. All your, yeah. We're going to pick numbers. Oh, man, how do we do this? Just give me a roll of tickets. Just give me any roll. I'm going to pass out tickets, and then we'll distribute.
Oh, that's what they do. They do.
Now the show's over. Everybody wants to get in the cage. It's 18 and over. Because of a $20 donation, you have to fill out a waiver. It's a custom-built Faraday cage. One of the biggest testing coils in the country. We actually got this coil from Cirque du Soleil, who had a major accident the first day of rehearsals.
Oh, that girl that just started working here. She gave us to us.
Okay, here's what I got.